Are you thinking to go to Canada as a tourist, or are you currently on a tourist visa and thinking to convert to an international student? So in this video, let's talk about the things that you should know when you are converting to a student visa. Hi, my name is Coach MC, and we do help aspiring international students to navigate their life here in Canada. If you're new to our channel, make sure that you are subscribed and also like this video if you want to see more videos content about international students. So why there's so many tourists here in Canada who came last year? There was a temporary policy that was announced by IRCC about tourists who can apply for a job or convert their visa to a work permit. However, it's not walk in a park. This process will take longer and it will require the positive LAMIA. So now there's so many tourists are thinking to convert their visa to student visa instead, because this will allow them to study here and give them the chance to apply for the post-grad work permit. So in this video, I will answer some of the frequently asked questions when you are applying as an international student inside Canada on a tourist visa. First question, am I going to pay the same amount as an international student who are applying outside Canada? So basically, if you're not a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen, you are paying 3 times more here in Canada. So your tuition fee would be around from 10,000 Canadian dollars up to 18,000 Canadian dollars per year. Second question is, what are the requirements on a tourist visa if you're applying as an international student, and what's the best intake? Since you're on a tourist visa, then you don't want to stay on a tourist visa that long. So I would suggest that you apply in the next available intake. So today is January. The next available intake for you would be May intake. And for admission, it's going to be the same process as if you're applying outside Canada. So they will require transcript of records from your high school and college, your passport, your resume, so the usual thing. So you just have to apply online. If you're not familiar with the admission process here in Canada, comment below and connect with us, because we'll be able to help you find a spot for you as soon as possible. The thing on a tourist visa is that you have limited time right now. You don't have time to research the program, the schools, what's the best occupation to pursue in Canada. So that's why I recommend you guys connect with us. If you need help, we have mentors who can help you find the best occupation for you and give you some insight about the province, the industry. So yeah, it will help you decide which school and program you should pursue here in Canada. Next question is, of course, about proof of funds. Are you required to meet the minimum requirement for the proof of funds? So if you're applying here as an international student, you're not a resident, you're not a Canadian citizen, you are required to show your proof of funds. So let's say you don't have accommodation yet, or a sponsor. So basically, ideally, you need to show the 20,635 in your bank account or through the guaranteed investment certificate. On top of that, you also need to show your tuition fee. Let's say your tuition fee is around 18,000 Canadian dollars. You also need to show that through your bank statement or certificate, or if you have paid your 1-year tuition fee, show your tuition fee receipt. And for miscellaneous, just show extra money in your bank account, around 2,000 or 3,000 Canadian dollars. So in total, that will be around 42 or 40,000 Canadian dollars in total. But let's say you have a sponsor, you have your sister in Canada or providing you accommodation and food, then that will lower down your proof of funds. So you just need to ask your sponsor to provide proper documentation. For example, letter of support, notice of assessment, proof of income, your proof of accommodation like your property tax document, tenancy contract, passport, and many more. If you're not familiar with that, you can always connect with us. We also made a video about sponsorship here. And yeah, we have a coaching program inside SLE. I will leave the link in the description box if you guys are interested to join us. Next question is important, and make sure that you listen to this one. So what are the documents that I need, and where am I going to apply if I'm already inside Canada? So now, you have to apply online and make sure that the application is made outside Canada because you're not a resident of Canada. You're on a tourist visa. You're still a resident of the Philippines, for example. So when you apply for the visa, make sure that you select the Philippines as your country of residence. So that's very important to take note of. Otherwise, they will refuse your application if you apply inside Canada. So for documentation, you need to provide proper documentation, proof of income, your proof of funds, and your study plan. You need to have the purpose of visit. Why do you need to go back to school? You need to also have the home ties, like what are your assets or your family members? Do you have like relatives back home? What are the reasons to go back to the Philippines? Because you have to prove that as well, that you are going to return to the Philippines once you finish your studies. So the student visa will have more documentation. It will not be as easy as the tourist visa application. And next question, once I'm approved, where can I get my study permit? Are they going to mail it to my house here in Canada? Like, where am I gonna get that? So basically, again, you have to consider yourself as if you're outside Canada, okay? You need to go outside of Canada and come back because you have to get your study permit through the Canadian border. So you have to go outside and come back and then get your student permit at the border. And then once you're in Canada, you can now start studying. And once you start studying, that's the time you can start working. You can work 20 hours while you're on studies and more than 20 hours, like 40 hours or 50 hours per week while on your scheduled break. And then your spouse, let's say you have your spouse with you, your spouse can find a job now. Now you won't have that problem that employers won't be able to hire you because you don't have a permit. Now you have a permit. You are legally now allowed to work. If you find this video helpful, make sure that you comment below. Let me know if you need help. But thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to watch our vlogs, where I'm trying to make more vlogs in my channel. If you guys like that, make sure that you like those videos because that will tell me that you guys love the vlog content as well. So thank you guys for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.